everybody present, dear President, dear journalists. I am really sincerely glad to welcome Charles Michel, President of the European Council. I highly value the personal support despite of all the challenges, despite of the war, despite of all the security challenges. Today Charles Michel came to Ukraine, and before meeting me he went to Borodyanka. We have discussed for 2 hours, we have discussed important issues, briefly: sanctions, weapons, membership in the European Union, and money. Things that we really need, and things that we will for sure need after our victory to reconstruct our country. We understand that that Russia wishes to destroy the Ukrainian people, our statehood. We have the same understanding, we have the same views, and this is real genocide. It is important that today you personally, together with your team, visited Borodyanka, and with your own eyes you have seen what happened there, what the Russian occupants have done there. This is an important political signal. We have agreed that the Ukraine and the European Union will cooperate closely to investigate these war crimes and crimes against humanity. We see that Russia is not stopping in its bloodthirsty wish to destroy Ukrainians, to destroy our state, but any price, women, children, innocent civilians. Russian troops have started a new large-scale offensive in Donbass. We understand all of this. We see all the risks. We see all the steps. They continue firing missiles all over the territory of Ukraine. They keep in siege, according to our information, about 120,000 people only in Mariupol. Crimes that are happening in Mariupol are much more awful and large-scale than in Borodyanka. I am convinced that with our joint efforts we will be able to inflict liability on all those guilty, and I do assure you that we will find everybody. Today we have discussed the areas where EU can help us in order to stop this barbarian war against our peaceful Ukrainian people. First, it is important to maximally strengthen to the maximum the sanction pressure. Finally, we have to do everything in order to deprive Russia for all the possibilities to fund this bloodshedding war. We are grateful for all the 5 sanction packages of the European Union. Unfortunately, certain things, in our opinion, are not yet finalized, and they have to be developed in more detail and have to be completed, because at the moment they are not enough to stop the funding by Russia the funding of this war by Russia. We do want that the next powerful 6th sanction package is approved. We call on the complete energy embargo, including import of oil and gas. Oil should be part of the 6th package. Without it, this package will be empty, will not powerful enough. Finally, all Russian banks have to be disconnected from SWIFT, including Sberbank and Gazprom Bank. And full stop should be put in this area as concerns sanctions. It is important to block all accounts of the Russian state and companies, and this money should be channeled to the reconstruction of Ukraine. Every Russian official and their families have to feel on themselves the action of the sanctions and the consequences of their personal support of the war against Ukraine on our Ukrainian land. Second area, it is important to ensure that Ukraine has all the necessary modern weapons. We have paid a lot of attention to weapons, a lot of time. European partners have made a considerable contribution to the support of our military capacities. I'm grateful for 1.5 billion euro within the framework of the European Peace Fund for funding of the military needs of the armed forces of Ukraine. We have agreed to use this money to the maximum effect for Ukraine to get exactly the weapon that we do need. not all weapon, but the weapon that is the priority for us. Not all, but the weapon that we lack. And this is very important. These are very important issues and very important words. And this is very important emphasis. We need this weapon in time, and we need what is required. We have to unite our efforts in order to restore our infrastructure of our villages and cities, taking into account the big number of temporary displaced persons. There is a need to start reconstruction works to rebuild our cities already now without waiting until the end of this war, because people live now. And people need to use this infrastructure today. I am grateful for the initiative for the establishment of the Trust Solidarity Fund that has been supported by the EU member states. This fund should become one of the main components to ensure immediate economic support to Ukraine and also support for the post-war reconstruction. We have discussed the prospects of the donor conference to launch this fund. Difficult challenges require immediate actions without delay. This should be our joint actions, because only together we can and we will overcome everything and will reach success. As concerns the European Union, our future membership, we have discussed that this is a priority for our country, for the strength of our people who are ready to defend and who are defending our land against the Russian occupants, even without weapons. We are waiting. We have done everything. We have answered almost all the questions, almost all. We have passed the questionnaire to you. We have passed the answers to the questionnaire to the ambassador. Ambassador, good afternoon once again. So we are waiting for the meeting and on this very important issue for our country, and we are hoping, waiting for the support of EU member states and also for your personal support, dear Michel. We can talk for a long time, and we can, but the most important thing is to act. And there has been quite a lot of such steps, and I would like to thank personally to Michel